Previously on Chosen Ones, Shui recalls a forgotten memory from his past, remembering that he was in fact with Fisk the night he vanished on the docks, but is still unable to piece together what happened that night. Back in the courthouse, Dashi suddenly transforms into a white butterfly and disappears as the priestess and the judge begin to attack Shui. When words don't seem to work, Brandy banishes the priestess from the room, which causes the judge to pull out a black sapphire and eat it. The party watches in horror as she transforms into a jabber before their eyes and lets out a terrifying scream that causes those who are affected by it to see multicolored eyes and blue butterflies swarming the room. Overwhelmed by this, Fisk also appears to vanish. Shui drags Theo outside as he panics, later returning for March as Brandy and Avayath fight against the jabber judge to prevent it from escaping to the town. Avayath briefly sees a figure in the corner of the room that reminds him of the person in the plague mask from the Hall of Infamy, but they vanish a moment later. Brandy fails to keep concentration on his banishment spell, and the priestess returns, seeming distraught to see the judge transformed. She quickly goes to pursue Shui, casting harm on Theo and knocking him out in order to get past. Avayath heals Theo as Shui rushes back into the room, unsheathing the beast blade and using it for the first time to attack the person who hurt his friend. Brandy deals a critical hit to her, enraged by seeing Theo go down. The priestess in response turns invisible, managing to escape the courthouse. The jabber screams again, and Theo goes unconscious once more as Shui and Avayath are bombarded with eyes and butterflies. Shui also sees what appears to be many versions of everyone fighting each other, making it difficult for him to tell which ones were real. Brandy stabilizes Theo and runs outside after the priestess, who tries to take him out from afar, only for him to use his spark, which causes her to appear again after being knocked out. Despite clearly wanting to kill her, Brandy resists the urge, and instead orders Marsh to tie her up as he goes back inside to help finish the fight. He deals the final blow to the jabber, who briefly transforms back before crumbling to dust on the ground as the party tries to process all that just happened.
Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
So we just ended off the fight with you bringing down the jabber, the gunk on her kind of being blown off, and as it is blown off, her turning to dust and crumbling in front of you on the ground, leaving nothing behind. Currently, Brandy is outside with the unconscious body of the priestess, who has been tied up by Marsh, and Theo has just been awakened. So Avayath and Shui are currently, I believe, still inside, and Brandy is standing in the doorway.
With Theo in his arms.
Shui is helping Avayath up.
Yeah, Avayath gets up and it's like, hold on, I can heal Shui. Give me a second. Bada bing, 5.
Oh, good job, Avayath.
That wasn't so good. Let me try it again. He tries it.
Oh my god, Avayath.
The lowest he could get 2 times in a row. 1 plus 4. 5 and 5.
5 and 5. Hey, that's 10 hit points, though.
That is some hit points there.
I'll try one more time.
You can't be 3 ones in a row, right? Please be 3 ones
11.
in a row.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. I was
11.
hoping so bad that it was going to be a fucking another one.
Somebody breathes a sigh of relief.
Brandy will say, though, he'll just be like,
That priest woman's outside. She's unconscious, but I think she's stable. If we have anything else we want to ask her, get out of her before we get gone.
Shui runs outside.
The guards are still unconscious, I would note. They did not wake up.
check pulse on guards.
Do not appear to be alive anymore.
What the
Ah!
The jabber fucking killed him.
These guards are,
Don't say it. Don't say it. Please don't say it.
sleeping.
There we go. Oh, well, let's wake them up.
They're fucking dead. They're dead. These guards are fucking dead.
Oh no.
I guess the jabber must have got him.
Oh, I don't... it was a very strong jabber, that one.
If only I could. If I had killed the priest, I could have asked some questions and got him out of her, but I can't, so fuck me, I guess.
Shui runs to the priest.
She is still knocked out currently.
Tries to wake her up.
Knocked out. 0 hit point.
Looks to Marsh.
I don't have anything. I'm a fighter. Where... Did Fist come back?
I don't know.
Shui's gonna healing word. 5.
Okay, yeah. You see her eyes kind of flutter for a moment, and immediately she kind of starts going against those restraints around her. She's like, what the hell?
Where's Master Dashi?
Sit still.
Avayath pins her down.
Where's Master Dashi?
I don't know what you did with her.
What I did?
She kind of just glares at you and spits in your direction.
I'm gonna fucking put my chest, or my fucking foot up against her chest.
You ought to be real nice right now. Because you're still breathing.
Then kill me.
You want to die that bad?
She smiles at you and she's just like, I'll come back.
Oh, will you? Why's that?
Just kind of keeps silent after that.
Answer the question, please.
Where's Helnina?
That's none of your goddamn business.
Silent again.
Shui's going to perceive/investigate the area for Dashi.
Go for it.
11.
No sign of her.
You know, those guards there are dead because of your friend.
Quiet.
Is that just collateral damage to you, or...?
We'll bring them back too.
Ah, so you're a bunch of necromancers. I'm sure my friend Avayath here has a lot to say about that. Hear that?
I did,
That's fun.
and I'm going to turn you over for this. I'm certain you're going to end up behind bars for what you've done today.
And you were talking a lot about a heresy that Shui's parents apparently committed. What's that about?
That's for the church to go over.
Well, your church is shit, so how about you tell me before I burn it to the fucking ground? I know where your gods are, and I'll kill them too.
Kind of squints at you at that.
Avayath looks a little alarmed at that.
He's just trying to fucking intimidate her, essentially.
You can roll an intimidation check if you want.
Fuck yeah. That's my best damn skill. Got a fucking +9 in that. Natural 20. A fucking 29,
Damn.
bitch.
Oh my-
Damn.
I was worried you were going to jinx it.
He like looks in her eyes and like then just smiles and he's like,
Remember, zone of truth.
Very clearly does seem to be quite bothered by that. But it's just like, Shui's parents conspired to kill a god.
Which one?
One that they succeeded in killing.
Which one?
You wouldn't have heard of them.
Try me.
There was a pact made a very long time ago amongst a lot of gods and goddesses that no more gods would be born because of the destruction they caused. And one of the gods broke that, and Shui's parents conspired with the goddess Winona to remove them.
What god?
Ibishu.
have I heard that before?
Can roll a history check.
I'm old.
Can Avayath roll a religion check?
Sure.
Oh, no. I sure as hell haven't.
Nat
Hell
20.
yeah, Vaya!
Damn!
Natural 20s. Fuck yeah.
And what was your history?
A 6,
No.
baby!
No, you don't know. I would say with a nat 20 of Ayath, you did some meditations in the caves a while ago with one of the priests of the Elemental Church. And they did mention to you at one point what she's talking about, how it's kind of kept quiet. It's not something that is necessarily talked about a lot in the churches, and isn't common knowledge to the public, but a lot of high religious figures do know what she's talking about in terms of there was a pact because of what happened with the elemental gods, the mass destruction they caused when they formed, that there would be no more gods that were allowed. But you do know that there was another god at one point that was said to have been born after that. The name 𝓉𝓶𝓁 does sound a bit familiar to you, but it's something that was kind of like a name that was just kind of tossed around at one point between the high priests and priestesses of your church. Even with a nat 20, you don't know a lot about it, except that it was something that came up recently in the last 20 years. There had been talks of it.
Okay, so Avayath's response to that would be, he says, she's telling the truth, I've heard of that god before.
Clarification, real quick. 𝓉𝓶𝓁 was the new god born, or was the god that made a pact to create another new god?
Appeared to have been the name of the new god.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so 𝓉𝓶𝓁 is a new god, and this new god broke the pact.
And we don't know who that god was.
It sounded like, based on what you heard, that it was a case of two gods coming together and making another god.
Well, yeah, Avayath would still say the same thing. He said, like, I don't really know anything about it, but I can confirm that this is a god that I've at least heard of in passing. But why do you know about this?
All of the high priestesses and high priests know in the churches.
Does he relay this information to everybody, or?
Yeah, he relays all that information.
I mean, if the gods agreed not to make any new ones, it sounds like they were doing the right thing.
To some, perhaps, the gods agreed to that, but the churches never necessarily did.
Well, maybe you should listen to your gods, rather than the words of man, because those get corrupted real easily.
Kind of glances at him. It was a new creature that was brought into the world. It was given jobs. It was given things that it was in charge of. Killing a deity like that causes imbalance. It doesn't matter how they form.
And what imbalances happened then?
I don't know.
Looks around.
I mean, everything seems pretty alright here.
Just quiet.
And you were also something I'm a little more pissed about, regardless of this god shit.
And he kind of like pushes his foot onto her chest a little harder.
You were ready to kill my friend and an innocent bystander because of a lie he may have told. And you jumped on that. You wanted Shui, and you went for my partner.
I stopped after he went down.
You're damn lucky you stopped. Because if you hadn't, we'd not be having this conversation right now. I would have ensured your head was on a stick.
Then maybe we would have just had this conversation later.
And then I would have hunted you to the end of the fucking earth. I don't play these games. You don't fuck with us. You understand?
I'm sure the city's going to notice this commotion.
Let them.
You going to stay here?
I don't give a shit. I'm sure they'd love to hear about how a high priestess of Dara or whatever was gonna go ahead and kill some innocent bystanders and 2 guards as collateral damage. We got the harm to prove it, right?
I don't think they care as much as you think.
Well, then this whole city is a piece of shit, huh?
It's not the same city that it used to be.
Yeah? And what did it used to be like? And was that before or after you came in? Because I found religion has a very special way of corrupting everything it touches.
Feels like there's not much point in talking to her. Let's take her to someone who does care.
You should really learn from these mistakes.
Brandy, I don't want to hurt the townspeople.
I ain't gonna hurt the townspeople. I'm better than that. I wouldn't hurt an innocent.
He like looks very pointedly at her when he says that. And he's gonna pick her up by the ropes and drag her back inside.
Theo is going to kind of trail behind, still in pain, like blood going down his chin, I guess. But yeah, he's like, you said something about not knowing Shui, but what do you mean by that?
Seems there's something wrong with him.
Actually wrong, or as far as you believe?
Looks between you and Theo and is just like, just seems like there's something very wrong with him.
Shui's a better man than you are, and you're a murderer and a necromancer.
Yeah, I'd say there's a lot more wrong with you than there is our little buddy.
Whatever nonsense he spilled out of his mouth certainly sounded like a threat to me.
But he didn't lay a finger on you. Not until you did.
'Cause he threatened me.
He's a child.
Is he?
And he's gonna throw her to where like the stand is. You know, like the testifying stand. Just like drop her there.
Where is Elnina?
She's fucking dead.
What do you mean by that?
She turned into a jabber and turned to dust.
You see her eyes kind of actually go a little bit wide at that statement.
I told you. I was gonna kill you. Turns out, I guess I was a little off the mark.
She's...
Dead. Gone. Dust.
I told her not to use that.
Did you give it to her?
No.
That 𝓉𝓃𝓉 fellow then?
She got it wherever she came from.
Right. And you knew what it did then, yeah?
I told her not to use it.
And you've been seeing, that Flynn fella give out, these same black sapphires all around town, right?
It's not my place to interfere with what the Prime Capital does.
To interfere with what? Turn into those? Can you imagine? If on a mass scale we had to deal with an army of those things.
Why would a normal person try and eat one?
Wait, what?
The black sapphires. They turn people into jabbers if they eat them. And I don't know, there's all loads of mind control and whatnot. There's plenty of spells.
Not to mention, such a dangerous weapon isn't safe in the hands of the people. Someone could steal all of them.
What if, like, a child, someone who didn't know any better, happened to just put it in their mouth and accidentally swallowed it?
It's not my place.
Choosing to turn a blind eye is being complicit when you actively know something bad's happening. You might as well have been handing them out yourself.
Just quiet.
Fucking piece of shit.
He will turn away and start walking out of the courthouse.
Marsh stayed outside. She seems to be kind of like looking around, similar to like how Shui was looking for Tashi, trying to find Fisk.
Shui stayed outside. He didn't go in with the rest of them. And he, saw Marsh. Do you... He says kind of meekly at first. Then he speaks up and he's like, do you think what I said was true?
She kind of stops. She was like looking behind some of the nearby buildings and stuff. See her kind of flinch a little bit when you talk to her. Glances over her shoulder at you. I don't know.
Do you think I killed Fisk? He says, and he's like, tears are kind of like welling up in his eyes.
You said that you did? But why would you do that?
I can't remember. And he's like holding his head. That flashback sequence we had in the beginning, does he remember that?
Why don't you roll a wisdom save for me?
Uh-oh. You have advantage.
You do have advantage.
I rolled a 6 and then I rolled a 7, so...
Oh my god, Shui.
7 plus 1, 8.
8?
Mm-hmm.
As you are trying to recall it, it fades away.
Why? Cassie!
Shui, my dumb boy.
What the fuck? He was born yesterday, actually.
He really was, though. He's forgetting so much he might as well have been.
You have a very vague memory of kind of standing alone at the docks by yourself and like a very large thunderstorm happening and riding on the back of a horse with Dashi in the middle of the night that you can kind of place, but that's all.
Okay. Was that the last time he saw either Marsh or Fisk, not Fish.
You do not remember going to the docks with Fisk. You do remember seeing him earlier in the day that day, and that does seem to misalign with your memories of being in Moonfoam.
Right.
But they're just like flashes of memories. It's like you standing at the docks, you suddenly like next to Dashi on the horse, and then just you and Moonfoam again. And then your memory picks up after that.
Why did you and Fisk leave all those years ago?
I told you during the trial, my parents, they were going to try and kill the king, King 𝓉𝓶. I guess Fisk was going to help.
Fisk said he was sorry.
I don't know why.
But if I killed him, then I should be the one who says sorry.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
He wipes at his face with the sleeve of his clothes, and he's just like, I wish Master Dashi was here to tell me what to do.
She vanished too.
Do you think she died too?
I don't know. Fisk already seemed like he was struggling to stay.
Shui takes out the beast blade, and he closes his eyes, and he's just like, can you hear me?
Yeah?
Shui is kind of like, he's kind of relieved to hear the beast blade's voice. Do you know where Master Dashi went?
No.
Bites his lip. Also, he's not saying this out loud, he is thinking it.
Where are we?
We're in Greenflower.
Oh.
Thank you for your help earlier.
Help?
I was able to use you.
Huh?
You don't remember?
Mm-mm.
Can I unsheath Beast Blade?
Roll a strength check.
That's a no.
Well, she has good strength, so we'll see. Okay. 13.
No, seems pretty stuck.
Wait. You're stuck. I can't get you open anymore.
Ow.
Sorry. What? He's just confused. His brain is not good. He doesn't know what's going on right now.
Marsh kind of speaks up a bit and is just like, where did you find Fisk?
He was on the shore by the docks.
She starts walking that way immediately.
Oh, wait, Marsh, he might not be there.
I'm gonna go find him. You found him. I should be able to find him.
He kind of reaches out towards her. He doesn't leave to follow her because, friends in the building.
Yeah.
And so I guess, I don't know if they this happened while they were inside dealing with the priestess. So I guess when they come out, Marsh is gone and Shui's there alone.
Hey, how you holding up, partner?
You can see he was crying. I'm worried about Master Dashi. If I killed Fisk, what if I killed her too?
No, we don't know if that's true.
You didn't kill Fisk, Shui.
He's not entirely convinced, but he nods his head.
I'm sure Dashi's fine. She lives in a moonfoam, right?
He nods his head again.
Well, on our way back, we can try and search for her. We can look around town, see if we find her. If not, we can head back to Moonfoam, see if we find her there as well. I'm sure she's okay.
Shui kind of looks around. I don't think we should stay in Greenflower.
Oh, trust me. Neither do I. When they find that priest, I'm sure she's gonna tell them how we're so evil and we're fugitives and we did so much wrong and we're not gonna be welcome here much longer. We're gonna have the guards on our ass.
I don't think we should leave her here, quite frankly. I think we should turn her over to someone.
You heard her. Who are we gonna turn her over to? She's practically I imagine one of the higher powers in this town. And yeah, I don't know how much the capital's gonna do much, or anyone, quite frankly. My concern is it ain't gonna matter. If we turn her in, she's just gonna pop back up anyway.
I don't like the idea of just letting her be.
Trust me, neither do I. It is not... I don't prefer leaving things the way they are, but from what it sounds like, even if we killed her, she'd just come back anyway. Their whole church, I guess, is using necromancy and whatnot to keep themselves in power, I'd imagine. Not a whole lot we can do.
Why don't you roll a religion check for me real fast, Jay?
Roll an 8.
Bad.
No.
Never mind.
As he tries to think about something religious and he's just like, Claytor.
Something sounds strange to you about the way that she was talking and while being a priestess of Dara, but that's all I can give you with an 8.
Okay.
Oh.
Avayath is like, could we possibly turn her over to Dara?
That might be a possibility.
It's worth a shot. I'm just not content with leaving her here like this.
Here's a question. Do we know who the people of is it Wick? Do we know who they worship?
It was supposed to be a safe haven for everyone, was how it was advertised. But there were rumors that it was not as great as it may have seemed, despite supposedly being very welcoming to everyone.
Right. Is there any... Or where does... that's where the Darkborn Queen lives, right?
No, she lives in Black Peak.
That's what I'm thinking of. Do we know who Black Peak worships?
Black Peak is a part of Winaria, which generally focuses more on Winona, usually.
I want to go back inside for a sec.
Okay.
I want to take her mask off her face.
Okay.
Anything weird?
No, just has the soul folk eyes underneath.
Oh, she's a soul folk. Yeah, he does that. Just rips the mask off her face and gets a good look at her.
You working with Black Peak?
Kind of, you see her openly scowl at that. She's like, no.
And do you know what those symbols on your friend were?
She came from the Prime Capital, that's all I know.
That's interesting. I thought the Prime Capital and Black Peak were kind of, not too friendly with one another.
They aren't.
Well, I've met somebody who was possessed by the Darkborn Queen who bore those same symbols.
The Lasting Eye.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
People can be a part of that who aren't in Black Peak.
Yeah. From what I heard, they ain't exactly good folk.
El Nino is kind.
You can be kind and still do evil things. I'm sure you're a real peach usually, too.
I don't know what you want from me.
I want you to be better. I want you to take this opportunity that I've given you so graciously and learn and change from it. I want to believe that sparing you is not the wrong choice when every fiber of my being is saying to squeeze the life out of you right now.
Do you consider yourself a good person?
Absolutely not. I'm one of the worst people on this planet. But the difference is I'm trying to be better.
All I know is that what we're doing is supposed to save people. Sometimes people get lost along the way.
And that was the same thing that I used to be doing.
For a second, he's gonna cast disguise self on himself to look just like his old version, making sure he's out of sight of everybody else. Like he went in here alone, preferably.
If I use a divine smite now.
Yeah. Die! But yeah, he's gonna change his face to look like what he looked like prior, like all those years ago, and just look at her.
You look like that statue.
Because I am. You ain't the only one that can come back.
Clear concern on her face.
And then he'll transform back.
Understand that I ain't the same person that I was anymore. And I believe someone doesn't have to die to be able to change their life for the better.
Those brands on you.
They're here for a reason.
Did you make a pact with that creature?
Looks curiously.
Elaborate.
What do you know him as, the one you made a deal with?
What do you know him as?
The Chaos.
Sounds a little fitting. I know him as the Magic Man.
Interesting.
He's been gracious enough to give me another chance. And I'm doing everything in my power to do good in this world. I suggest you do the same. I like Dara. I've met her a few times now. I'd like to imagine her followers ain't all pieces of shit like you.
I'd like to imagine her followers are good people too.
Then maybe you should be an example for them.
That's not who I follow.
Who do you follow then?
She looks up at you and kind of smiles for a moment, and she's like, the true God.
The true God? The fuck do you mean?
I can tell you its name if you want.
I'm listening.
She smiles again, very big. Want to roll a wisdom save for me?
I'd love to. I'm gonna fucking die.
You have some good health, so you'll be okay.
Sure. 22. Fucking pretty good.
Nice. Okay, hold on.
Please tell me that passes.
That does pass.
Okay, thank God.
She kind of like takes a moment and looks at you and kind of looks around a bit. Seems to hesitate, and when she says this name, it is a name that you have heard before, but the way that she says it has a connotation to it that seems different. It seems like even though you've heard this name before, the way that she says it kind of sparks something in your mind as she says, Abaddon. You're going to take half of 117.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do some math real quick. Divided by 2. I'm still up! Holy shit!
She is not. She falls.
I was at 62 health. That's 58. I am at 4 hit points.
She falls down immediately.
I would say everybody just sees Brandy like, ugh, as he like almost collapses.
Brandy?
Ugh, what the fuck was that?
Theo runs up to him, despite his own bleeding. Brandy, what? He'll heal him.
Fuck me.
He's gonna heal him up.
Holy shit.
I knew I saved these spell slots for a reason.
You couldn't use them.
He could, well, yeah, he could have healed himself, but then he wouldn't be able to heal Brandy right now, so that's exactly why I kept a d8 plus 3, and then I'll cast it at level 3, because fuck it. 18.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
What happened? What was that? What?
As Theo is talking to you, though, however, it feels like that healing that he did definitely works for a moment, but he freezes in place in front of you.
Theo?
And you are kind of just in this frozen landscape for a moment. The priestess on the ground, kind of blood dripping out of her nose that seems to have stopped pooling, kind of just in this almost like desaturated version of the world that you are currently in. And you look forward and see the figure that the others have seen up until this point, a creature with...
Except Shui.
Except for Shui, yeah. A creature with 2 limbs, kind of like a mouth agape on its stomach, just a couple yards away from you, but appears to be like breathing heavily with its head down. And you can see kind of like some kind of substance leaking out of that mouth onto the ground. And like the horns on its head appear to be kind of like broken as it's very far away from you.
What the hell is this?
You don't hear anything for a long moment before a very shaky voice calls out,
What is it that you desire?
What happened to you? What are you? Who are you?
What do you want?
I don't know. What do you mean?
In this moment, what do you want?
I just wanna understand what the hell's going on. Do you need help? Are you alright?
This creature is very tall, by the way.
Yeah, I figured.
And as you say that, you see it kind of go down, like one of its limbs seem to give out and it falls down a bit underneath itself. And just seems to, again, be like trying to breathe very, like, rapidly.
Can I get up and move towards it?
Okay, yeah, you kind of leave Theo there as you approach it.
Hey, are you, what's going on? Are you alright?
Do not approach me.
Okay.
Is that all that you want?
What do you mean?
If that's it, then we're done.
I just want some... I wanna... I don't know. Be better? I guess? If we're asking big things, I don't know what you mean.
It tries very shakily to kind of stand back up onto that other leg, and it just seems like it can't, and it falls again. And you kind of feel like you are almost like engulfed in this shadow, as if something is kind of like standing behind you, and it looks back up at you, and it's just like...
So this is the last one then, you are.
Turns around to look.
And as you do so, the world goes back to normal.
Ooh, did he actually move?
Did I move, or am I still where I was?
You moved, yes.
So he just disappeared?
Or did I actually move and they were trying to get me to stop, or what?
Was it frozen for us, or did he move?
Yes, it was
Okay.
frozen for them, so they didn't see any of that.
So to Theo, he was asking what the hell happened, and he blipped out.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Now he's freaking out. He's like, Brandy, where'd you go? He looks around.
Hey, Brandy, you want to roll a wisdom save for me?
Oh, God. Don't kill me, Cassie. 25, dude. If a
Awesome,
plus
yeah.
4, then a fucking 29.
You remember all that.
What the hell was that?
It seems like something was tugging on you for a moment, but you kept it, those memories.
Brandy, what happened? How are you there? What's going on?
Shui's like, time skipping forward. This is very familiar to me.
Yeah. He's like, who did I kill? Looks around just sadly. No.
I don't know exactly.
Well, are you okay? What?
I think so.
Like, looks down at himself.
With his 2 HP.
I have 22
Oh,
HP,
no,
thank
okay,
you.
sorry.
Yeah, looks down at himself. Anything different, or?
I would say you have a piece of paper in your hand.
Looks?
Looks like a very, very old parchment. And it says the tale of Slaine.
Oh.
We got knowledge.
And written on it is this.
I'll read it in Brandy's voice, but he's like reading it to himself, not like out loud.
Here's a tale you weren't meant to hear, one very strange, but not meant to endear. There was once a hero, his heart empty and cold, till the darkness hugged back and kept a strong hold. It whispered and withered, till they shared the same frame. It said to the hero, let's play a game. It lives in the shadows, its echoes remain. They watch and they wriggle, awaiting the flame. There are more of me out there, though not in this realm. You'll never meet them as to not overwhelm. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. The matter that binds us makes such a mess.
But here, there's just one, as I am the first. You can kill me, or will I be the worst?
What in the hell?
Is something... What? Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I guess something else came into this room because she doesn't look okay. And looks at the priest.
Avayath, remind me. You met someone that said they knew the name of the real god, right?
Yes, he asked if I wanted to know the name of the true god.
That's what she just asked me.
And did she use that mass power word kill?
No, it was a name.
I mean, the name could be the word.
That doesn't feel the same. I imagine it was something different about that.
Can I roll a check of some kind? Why did I know that name? Why was it familiar to me specifically?
Because it was Avayath's last name.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna be like, hey, Vi, what's your last name?
Literally.
He'd be like, Abaddon, and we would all die. Like, basically.
I mean, I wasn't sure if that was the reason why. I just wanted to, be sure. Okay. Yeah, and he kind of, looks to Avayath for a second, actually. And it looks like he does want to, ask that, what is your name, but is scared to.
Yeah, that makes sense. He said it before, but nothing's happened.
Yeah.
You never caught that thing's name, did you?
My ears were covered.
Right.
Merlin covered them up for me, so she was the one who heard it.
Right. I might need to ask you something later, but preferably when we're, alone so I don't hurt nobody else. I don't want to risk that.
And looks down at the paper again that he received before, putting it in his pocket.
I don't understand. That was, something strange happened when she told me that thing's name. I don't understand exactly.
Can Avayath do a history check to see if he noticed anything with Merlin that, correlates with what happened to Brandy?
I don't know what you could gain from a history check.
Just if it seemed like Merlin kind of blinked for a second? Like Brandy just did?
Blinked in and out of existence or something?
Yeah.
You can roll a history check, sure. I was you can't insight her, because it's been fucking years.
Oh, 3.
Yeah, I remember.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Shit. I want him to run back to the High Priestess.
Okay.
I want to look over her body.
Definitely dead.
Is there anything on her that, gives any more information to all of this? Anything that I can find on her?
I don't think so. I don't think she would have anything on her. What were you wanting to be on her?
I don't know. I'm just looking for, any more information, any kind of, Bible or, notes or, fucking religious symbols, anything like that on her.
No. I would say probably not on her person. She probably didn't have anything.
Any gold?
10 gold.
Fuck yeah!
Brandy.
I don't take it. I don't fucking care. I don't.
You see
fucking
Brandy
take her
do
gold.
like a little like fist pump. Fuck yeah, 10 gold.
Right? No, I don't fucking. I don't
Score.
take it. Brandy is too like frenzied right now to like even think about like taking any like monetary shit off of her. He's just like in panic mode right now.
Is she gone? Did she use that spell and...
Again, I don't think it was a spell. I think it was something else. But yeah, she's gone. She knew what she was doing. She might be back, but I can see why she was so scared by that threat about me killing her deity. It wasn't who I thought it was, I guess.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I was bluffing. I thought it was Dara, but it was something else.
I guess just be careful next time we go to the keep.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. That's worrying. I mean, there's not much else we can do now. We might as well get out of here. She's gone. She knew what she was doing. She was trying to worm her way out of here, I bet. Trying to take me with her. I'm a little too hardy, I guess. A little hard to kill.
As he like stands up from her body.
Let's go then.
Yeah, that'd be a good call. I'm sure we all need a fucking nap after that. Holy shit.
As Theo, too, has blood all over him.
Are we sure it's safe to stay here, or should we leave right away?
We're leaving. Let's get on Hestia. Hestia! Woohoo!
Also, Ripley, I just sent you something.
Oh boy. Ooh! Ooh! So I can choose to do that instead of
Yes,
doing the...
it's a one or the other.
Ooh! Okay, but I also don't...
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude, that's so fucking good!
I'm gonna stop at the docks before we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was actually gonna have Brandy suggest, like...
We might want to check on Marsh, because I'm sure all this today has been a lot on her. I wouldn't feel right leaving her after putting her through all this.
I suppose so. I'm not sure what to say exactly, but better to check.
I mean, sometimes it's just nice to have somebody there to comfort you through all this.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, and I mean, if we can rent a boat, maybe we can take her to 4. Maybe. Maybe Fisk is there. I don't... Honest to God, I have no idea.
Perhaps we could take this boat. Oh, right.
Yeah, what happened to that boat, Avayath?
Look, the jabber lifted
You're
me
fine,
into the
I
air.
know, I'm just fucking with you.
Me too. Let's go now.
You guys journey to the docks. Looking around for a little bit, you do find Marsh kind of out on one of the docks, just kind of shouting out Fisk's name into the ocean, trying to find him.
Marsh!
Oh, just you.
Any luck?
No. This is where they said that he fell, or was pushed, I don't know.
Does this make any sense to Shui?
Roll a history check.
Oh, I got a 17 now.
This dock seems very familiar to you, but in a different way. Those flashes of memories that you had before, like you've definitely been to the docks before, but those flashes of memories that you had earlier seem to have been at this specific point.
I think Shui is actually having like a flashback moment, like kind of like remembering these things. He just feels sick. He doesn't have he doesn't remember like the motion of like pushing him or anything, but
No.
The spot here makes him feel a little queasy. I think I know where you might be able to find him.
Where?
Is the ghost ship visible?
Always. Yeah, always there.
He points. Over there.
On the ghost ship.
Yeah. On the ghost ship.
That's where we found him. It ain't as bad as you think.
Also, what time of day is it?
Probably like 4 or 5 p.m.
Yeah. And how long did it take to get there before?
Like a couple hours.
How long did Floor say the jabber would be dead?
Said it would come back the next night.
Fuck.
Do we... There's dangers in these waters. I don't know that it's safe to take you out there right now.
But he's on the boat.
He might be. We don't know.
You all don't have to stay here. I can go out.
I'm real sorry about what happened to Fisk.
Yeah.
I know losing folks like that can't be easy.
She kind of just like tightens her hands into fists and is looking out towards the water. And even though she's not looking at you, you can feel that she's like talking to you, Shui. And she's just like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be mad at you.
Shui just kind of looks down at his feet.
I was mad at Dashi so easily, but
I'm sorry.
you said you don't even remember what you're sorry about.
He's like, I know that, okay?
I just want to see my brother.
I don't know what's wrong with me. You don't. But if I did... He trails off. And he's just like, if you see Fisk again, can you tell him that I'm sorry?
It seemed like he knew that.
Tell him I said thank you for protecting me.
She kind of bites her lip. He always was pretty good at that.
Oh.
If you're gonna go out in the morning. Don't go out at night. Watch out for sirens. And I hope you find what you're looking for. Tell the skeletons that you find that you're looking for. I'm sure they'll help you. Tell them we sent you, maybe.
Gotcha.
Stay safe, alright?
You too. Again, seems to be talking to Shui when she says that.
Hope we can meet again under better circumstances.
And he'll like pat her shoulder before limping bloodily away.
He like looks really cool, and the second he turns around, he's just like,
Just collapses, falls into the fucking ocean and drowns.
He crawls back to Theo, who's equally blood.
Yeah.
Shui gives Marsh a bow, like a very deep bow. And doesn't say anything further. He wants to give her a hug, but he doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm. She just stands in the dock, looking out towards that boat.
Let's get out of here, y'all.
Yeah.
Avayath goes to the horse stable to get his horse, and I guess gestures for everyone to get on the wagon.
Collapses on the wagon.
And the townspeople are like, hey, I found a corpse. And
You guys head out as the sun kind of starts to very slowly set in the sky and leave Greenflower.
Thank you to our patrons, Vessel, Mr. Bakudan, Z, JinxyFries, Jessica Long, Charles, and the Magic Man. Hey, did the list get longer? You guys are so awesome. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to leave a like and comment down below, and don't forget to write us a review on Apple Podcasts to help others find the show. We'll see you soon, fellow Sparks.
I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I